Hello, managers. Welcome to a game week review of YNFPLA. So, today here we are discussing and reviewing the game week 5 and 6 teams that YNFPLA has scouted for you. And today's game week review is brought to you by Special One and the Normal One. So we will give you a brief overview of what we are going through today. So we are talking about the defensive selections that we have done in the game week 5 and 6, followed by the attacking selections. Here we are going to do a small value for money analysis and a comparison with our team selection along with the dream team. So over to you, Normal One.
So here you can see our selections, and unfortunately, we put so much faith, in Spurs defenders and goalkeeper. But ironically, Mourinho forgot to park the bus, so we end up with losing a clean sheet there. So apart from that, I would say our selections are quite similar to the top manager selection and the money spent for the defenders as well. So talking about the points per money spent, we are lagging behind because of the losing the clean sheet. And I would say if the value points per value is around 1, it will be good. But and also if it's around 1.5 or above, it's very good for the managers. So we will be moving on to the attacking selections for game week 5. I would say our midfield selection is pretty good, but we have put so much hopes on Vardy to play. But as you all know, no Vardy, no party. So there we are lagging behind with only 4 points for our strikers. And the difference here from our team and the top managers team would be the Werner and Rashford. And he has also played triple captain for Rashford. So he has the upper hand there. And the points per value is very low in here for our attacking selections, therefore. So moving on to our game 6 selections for defense. As you all know, coming to this game week, Aston Villa has kept pretty good defensive stats. So, and also you can see there are 2 players from each team, from Wolves and Aston Villa. This is actually a high risk, high reward situation. We have put 2 players from 2 teams. So advisable to go for 2 or more teams in the defense selection. So as you all know, Saiz was subbed in around 80th minute of the game, and Kilman decided to play for the whole game. So we lost the clean sheet there for Kilman. Points per value here also, it's not very much differential from the top manager, since Alexander-Arnold has only got 2 points for the top manager. And he also has spent much of his budget for the defense here, around 1/4. So that's the main reason for the points per value. So moving on to the attacking selections for game week 6, it's notable that we have selected 3 dream team players for that particular game week. And point-wise also, top manager has the advantage since he has played the triple captain for Son. And Unfortunately, Salah's goal was ruled out from VAR, and also Calvert-Lewin has decided to take a break from his hot streak. Those were the points that affected negatively for our team here. Apart from that, Mahrez has been disappointing for the 2 game weeks consecutively. So it's can be again high risk, high reward situation for him, for you all to keep him for the game week 7 or drop and maybe bring in another star player from Man City. So points per value spent here also very drastic because of the star players in our team selection, and we have spent around 61.9 pounds here, and the top manager only has spent 51.2 pounds. So you all can decide who to bring for the game week 7 from these tips, and over to you, Special One.
Thank you, Normal One. So here we are looking at the team composition in terms of the value and the points gained by the kings of the game week, that is the dream team. So as you can see, the playing 11 of the dream team is averaging around 72 million. So that means there's a lot of room for high star players, and in the same time, there's a much more room for the your bench. And also 149 is the average score of the dream team for these 6 game weeks, where as you can see, points per value ratio for midfield is the lowest, where forward, goalkeeper and defense is more than 2. So the main reason and defense to be more than 2 is the fact that it's, like mentioned by the Normal One, it's a high risk, high return situation where midfield is more volatile and based on the goals and the assists provided by the attackers. So if you are to give a little bit of tip in terms of selecting the captain, I would say it's mainly upon to the fact that either you select your captain from the midfield or the forward, because in terms of average points, it's 62 for midfield and 36 for forward, where in most of the cases for the managers choose to play 3-5-2 or 4-4-2. That means out of 4 midfielders or 5 midfielders, you are gathering around 12 to 15 average points for a midfielder, and again 15, around average of 15 for forward. So that means it's very much less risk sort of to stick with a captain from the midfield and the forward role. And yes, of course, you can cross your fingers and keep your faith on the defense also, but it's highly risky. So in terms of the pie chart we have mentioned, you can see average points is mainly accounted by the midfield, because there are 4 players on average, and it's followed by defense and the midfield, defense and the forward, where least is contributed by goalkeeper because it's only 1 player. So in order to further deep dive and get an idea about what we are telling and get more stats info, you can always visit to our newly launched dashboard. The link is mentioned here. Okay. And we have created a QR code for you to scan and direct you to the Power BI dashboard. And in the below, we have mentioned our YouTube page and Instagram page. You can subscribe and follow us on YouTube and Instagram for more FPL updates. Until then, take care, managers.